Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the MAP. The MAP is the Monthly Activities Planner. And I really like the MAP, not as much as I like the GPS, but I like the MAP because it informs everything that I'm going to do for the month. It also breaks down for me what I'm going to be focusing on for the week. So this one goes from month to week, and I think you're going to like it. So in your agent journal, you've got the spread again where you've got the personal on the left and the business on the right. We're going to talk about the business stuff. I want you to do the personal stuff because it works for the personal stuff as well. But in this one, we're going to talk about all the things that exist in the business world. At the top, you have annual goals. For the business, the annual goal is going to be the same thing that you had on your GPS. So what is that number that you want to make over the next year? So your GCI or gross commission income, what's your target for the year? What is your the number of transactions and what average commission check you're going to need to hit that number? And so that information, basically you're just going to copy it right over onto this page. The next level down are your monthly goals. So these are the big rocks for the month. If you do these five things are going to move your business forward. I want these to be attached to some sort of number or some sort of marker that can be measured. So when I first started doing this, I would say I want to feel better about the direction that I'm going. Well, how the hell do you measure feelings? It's really hard to do that. So I would have to take a step back and I would say, okay, what things that I can measure would make me feel better about my business, okay? So that's the stuff that needs to go on your map under those goals. So whatever those are, write those 5 goals down for the month. I would encourage you to look back at your GPS, flip back a couple of pages. What were the 5 things that you wanted to do this year? What are the 5 things you can do this month to get you closer to those goals? That's how I want you to start thinking about your time and your goals and how you structure getting there. I know where I want to go, but I've got to back it down to what do I need to do at this point this month to get me closer. Now, a lot of times our goals, we have no control over the outcome. Like we sometimes things just happen and we're not able to control hitting the actual goal itself. What we are responsible for and what we can control, however, are the activities for that week. So here's what I want you to do. Down below, it says weekly activities, and then it's got week 1 through 4 listed out, and underneath each of those weeks, there are 5 things. So I want you to think about, all right, what are the monthly goals? What are the 5 things I can do this week that are going to move me closer to those goals? So those are the things that I plug in. Now here's where folks get a little tripped up, so listen carefully. I do not want you to put all of your activities for week 2, 3, and 4 yet. I want you to do this every Sunday night. I like to do it on Sunday night. Some people will teach this and they like to do it on Friday afternoons. I'm usually wiped out by Friday afternoons. I want to drink by Friday afternoons, so I'm not going to do this. I'm going to wait until my head is back in the game, which is usually Sunday afternoon, Sunday night. I'm already thinking about the week coming ahead and I'm coming up, and I'm not super tired. So that's when I want to focus on this. And I'll spend maybe an hour, sometimes 2, just doing this every single week. So it's this that I do, and then I plan my week, and I'll show you how I do that later. But that's my routine, right? That's my Sunday afternoon. I'm going to put what I want to do activity-wise under week 1. I'll do those activities for the week. Next week, I'm going to come back to this exact same sheet, go to that week 2 column, and I'm going to look back and say, all right, what did I get done this week? How did I move my business forward? What did I get accomplished? Maybe I got more done than I thought. Maybe I need to spend a little more time on that particular activity this week. And I fill out week 2. And I say, what are the things I want to do now in week 2? They're going to drive me closer to my monthly goals. And here's the reason. If I were to plan out weeks 1 through 4, something may come up week 2 that completely throws everything off, and I'm scrambling to get things done into the month. And I don't want you ever scrambling. We write our own stories. We are the author of our own book. We are in control. And the way you gain control is by controlling your time. So I don't want you to plan this out. Let life interrupt, because life is going to interrupt, and then be pushed or get yourself in a situation where it's just unreasonable to think that you could ever overcome it. So don't do that. Only plan week at a time. And I like for you to front load. If you can get everything done week 1 that you need to get done for the month, number 1, you probably need to reevaluate your monthly goal. But that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're able to hit your monthly goals week 1 or week 2 and get things done. That frees up week 3 and 4 to get other things done, to move faster, get further ahead. So I like for you to front load your weeks. I also like for you to front load your month. In an earlier video, I talked about maybe you want to make the same amount of money this year that you made last year, but you want to do it half the time. This is how you put that in place. You say, monthly goal, this month, instead of doing 3 deals this month, I really want to do 5 deals this month so that I've got the last quarter to go on vacation and do my thing, right? You see how I'm doing that? I'm front loading my month, I front load my week. In the upcoming video, we're gonna talk about front loading your day. But that's how I like for you to think about it. Don't think about just dragging things out over time. When I was doing this initially, when I learned how to do this, my coach, he's like, front load, front load, front load. And I said, well, if I front load my week, I don't have anything to do on Thursday. And he goes, Chad, have you ever not had something to do on Thursday? No. I'll find something. There's something that needs to get done. There's something that needs my attention. The calendar will fill itself up, right? It's gonna happen. It's just how life works. But I want you to front load so that you can get closer to your goals as quickly as possible without putting your back up against the wall, okay? So that's how you fill out the map. And I like the map metaphor because if the GPS is everything, if the GPS is the world, it's my year, the map is just like this one little fold out, one little particular area. That's why I gave you a monthly map, right? It just helps me focus on this particular time. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna refer back to this sheet every single week. When I get to the next month, I'll start a fresh sheet for February. If you're on January, you'll start February. I'll start a new map, figure out what I need to do with my goals, what are the activities that are gonna get me there, here we go again. And that cycle just continually repeats itself. And the next part of this is we're gonna start planning out your day. But before you start planning out your day, you need to understand the vision, where am I going? You need to understand the GPS, what am I gonna do this year? You understand the map, the month, then we go to the day. So don't skip to the day because it's just gonna end up filling itself with busy work if you do that. Really understand where you're going. And that's what we're gonna talk about in the next video.